right. So we're trying a little bit different this time. This is the Roundup and Rodeo. We want to we've ended with the rodeo. We have our 8 teams. They're going to be judged, and we're going to hope to continue to support them. We have selected 3 prior participants to tell you an update. We thought we would do it via just a simple panel approach. So we have Mike Sandoval. Mike, I know you're here. Come on up, Mike. We have Rena Ghosh and Ilya Finkelstein. Ilya, come on up. So have a seat. They've all been here on the stage. You were in the rodeo prior. So let's go through your short bios, and I'll hand you the light, and then we'll talk about your projects.
All right, so my name is Ilya Finkelstein. I'm a professor in molecular biosciences here at UT Austin. Did you want the project also? Sure. Yeah, okay, so molecular biologist working in the areas of gene editing. And we're interested in making cleaner, more pure RNA therapeutics, which you may have heard about since the COVID vaccine put it on the global stage. So we were funded to work on advanced proteins for making RNA therapeutics, and I think it's going quite well. We got phase 1 SBIR, did I do that?
Yeah, awesome. Great.
Yeah, funding, follow-on funding, and are now working with the company to bring our enzymes to them.
Hi, I'm Rana Ghosh. I'm an associate professor in the College of Pharmacy. I guess the project we were working on for Texas Health Catalyst was actually developing a gene delivery platform to treat primary ciliary dyskinesia. It's a rare genetic disease. And kind of maybe piggybacking on some of Ilya's work, thinking about gene editing, which is great cargo to make those correct the mutations, but then how do you deliver it to then target the appropriate cell type that carries the mutation? So we really have focused on the delivery aspect, and that's sort of part of the drug. And with that Texas Health Catalyst support, we may well apply for additional funding related to sort of the delivery technology to try and target different cell types, and have received some NIH funding and looking at leverage it into SBR and additional business opportunities.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Sandoval. I'm a graduate student in the College of Pharmacy. And over the last couple of years, I've been really passionately curious about how do we leverage thin film freezing technology that we've developed in our lab over the last several years. I've been having a lot of success working with the Texas Health Catalyst Fund and really help curating our idea, as well as getting in front of the right people. We participated in the Nexus program that was led by Cindy Walker-Peach, who's a force of nature in this space, and she really helped us really mature our whole thought process when it comes to developing our technology, how to approach the customer discovery aspect of it, and we learned a lot. So we're looking forward to share some of our thoughts here.
So great. So we're talking about robotics today. These other projects are really under other themes, right? In precision medicine or rare disease. And so I just want to highlight that we're here to support projects across the whole spectrum, but also, you've got a gene editor who's delivering a universal tool for making genetic cargo. You have a pharmacist who's developing, delivery of novel therapeutics, and you've got another scientist who's working on potentially what we're making the stable form of these same kinds of things. So these are all representative of the kinds of technology space that's here at UT. Okay, so I wanted to get a question. What's the most exciting thing that's ongoing for you? It doesn't have to be tied to this project, but I'm interested in what's driving you here at UT. What's an exciting thing? You can talk about ballroom dancing too. It's up to you. But what excites you right now? Mike, you got the microphone.
Sure. Thank you. Opportunity. I mean, I'll pivot on our technology first. The more we look into how we're able to solve, so what we're using the technology for is to solve a century-old problem. Is that blood's only stable for 42 days, refrigerated. So when you think about really the supply chain of blood, it's structurally fragile, meaning that only 75% of the supply chain only has less than 3 days of blood on supply, and 25% have less than 1 day of blood on supply. And that's a bleed of any kind of mass casualty situation. When we think about the military or the battlefield, 90% of the preventable deaths on the battlefield could have been prevented if we had access, or the medics had access to blood. Meaning that if we could apply our thin film freezing technology to take liquid blood and transform it into a powdered blood, we then now have a dosage form or form factor that's extremely lightweight, drone deliverable, easy to carry by medics, that it really solves a big problem that the military has yet to address over the last 100 years. And more importantly, there's a significant number of soldiers that could have been saved, or their death saved if we had access to blood. So a lot of our technology is focused on blood at the moment, but we're also expanding into like T-cell therapy, making inhalable drugs for using antibiotics.
It's exciting.
To kind of go on Mike's point, I'm sort of excited about opportunity. We developed delivery systems, and to kind of give a point of reference, the COVID mRNA vaccines, the mRNA was encapsulated in a fat bubble. It was pretty effective, but there's still a lot of space to improve. How do you do it for deliver things for non-vaccine applications? How can you do things for repeat dose? To give context to those those mRNA vaccines, really 3% of the actual genetic cargo makes it out of the cell or into the region of the cell, and you don't even know how much of that actually got into the right cell type. So there's a lot of opportunities on the delivery side for different types of indication. We focus on certain pulmonary diseases, but really how to get to the right tissue, the right cell type, and then how can you really give a lot more of that cargo so it can actually be more effective. I'm not trying to give a shout out to Ilya's stuff, but cargo like that stuff, the gene editing cargo that he works on in his lab, to even be more effective. And so I'm really excited about that.
Me too. We have a follow-up call tomorrow to collaborate on another project. I think I'm gonna diverge a little bit. I'm excited about working with people, and as I progress in my career, I more and more so enjoy working with and leading larger groups of scientists who bring in expertise I would absolutely not have. So I have a large project I'm running with many PIs, and I'm actually signed up to write another one of these things, center grants. And it's been a lot of fun to talk to, 20, 30 PIs, scientists, experts in their fields, integrate that expertise, find a place where we can pitch in a little bit of our work, and talk to creators like you guys. So I really appreciate this community. Come talk to us if you want to collaborate.
That's awesome. Okay, so to round out, you've been, had this experience. You each have your unique experiences. For future applicants to the programs, for future faculty and projects, are there any lessons learned that you can offer?
First of all, there's this perceived need for, being a PhD level scientist or a professor, and it helps. But if you're a graduate student and you have a good idea, just do it. You have nothing to lose, right? All they can say is no. So I strongly encourage you to try if you're a junior scientist or engineer sitting in the audience.
I think the path, the journey, the progress is not linear. You go all over. You have a lot of failures. I mean, these are very obvious things, but I'm sort of doing things now that I did when I started my PhD, and I did a postdoc. I thought I was getting away. I sort of came back, and so it's like, so progress was in some ways almost like circular. I kind of went back to square. Well, I'm using too many shapes, but yeah, you kind of came back to a starting point. So progress isn't linear, and everyone's journey will be different. You know, good, solid, cliche advice.
Tap into your network. The University of Texas, specifically like the Dell Medical School, the College of Pharmacy, I mean, there's an enormous number of resources here and people that want to see you succeed. And, you know, I haven't come across a shortage of people that want to help. So I think it's okay to be vulnerable, you know, with your ideas, as Dr. Ghosh mentioned. You know, it doesn't, you don't necessarily need to be a PhD scientist, like Ilya said, to do great things. But we have an enormous university that is taking care of us.
Well, I just want to say thank you for your time, and thank you for all the work you do. Thank you very much.